Good morning, hikers. I'm here on the Chilliwack Lake Road. Time is 9:04 and we're headed up to Flora Peak. Should be a good hike. Let's get started. We're here at the Trailhead. Got a map, outhouse, and for signage we've got Flora Lake 7K, Lindeman 1.7, Greendrop 6. Interesting order. But something to know is that Lindeman Lake is very popular, so there will typically be other cars in this lot. Again, they are just starting to show up now. The time is 9:07, and about 1 minute in, we have signage I see. Sort of breaks off here, so we're not going by Lindeman Lake. We're going up to Flora Lake this way. And I think what I will try to do is come back down by Greendrop and Lindeman. So here we go. 5 minutes in, and I've taken a bit of a left-hand pivot into the forest. Got this kind of growth, and it's extremely quiet. The other hikers at the parking lot headed toward the Lindeman Greendrop trails, which also head up to Flora Lake, and I think also could make it up to Flora Peak, but I'm following the All Trails route directly to Flora Peak first. The time is 9:34, and All Trails is telling me I've gone up in elevation. I think it said 185 meters. So I've just finished a stretch that has been pretty unrelenting. This is a bit of a rare flat and down stretch here, but just did about 20 minutes of nonstop up. So I was hoping for a little more elevation than that, but it's okay. First 30 minutes in the books. So I've been hiking for about an hour. I've gained 478 meters in elevation, and I've covered about 2.5 kilometers. So not quite as high as I wanted, but that's okay. The trees are thinning a little bit. It's getting lighter. More sun is getting through the trees, and the ascent is not quite as steep as it was earlier, but I'm sure it will become steep again soon. I'm coming in here just about a minute later to show you the kind of the clearing area where, if you watched the Shah Khan review video, I think he stopped here with his homies. But look at that. That is Chilliwack Lake, and I paddleboarded this lake a week or two ago. So pretty incredible sight. It's the 90-minute mark, and so time for another update. Trees are continuing to thin. I'm over 770 meters in elevation at this point, so I should reach the peak at this pace. I should reach the peak in about 3 hours, or just more than that, which would be awesome. My distance is a little less than half, so I'm hoping at some point here this thing levels out and I can make some really good horizontal, some good lateral time. So we'll see how that goes, but feeling good. Probably time for a water break. Haven't had any water yet. The time is 10:45, and we've got a bit of a topography change. A little bit of flat stuff here. Oh, and it looks like we're going down. And we've got some views of ridges or peaks. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's definitely opening up. Less than 2 hours in. So this might be a stretch of ground where I need to make up some distance instead of elevation. Through the trees, periodically we're still getting these gorgeous shots of Chilliwack Lake. Just awesome. Okay, it's really opening up now. So getting lots of unbroken views like this and a lot of nice stuff. So this is a good break, good place to make some time. Just a word of warning, if you start following the trail, which is deceptively still marked. See, there's a flag right there, reflector. It is headed down to Flora Pass, so make sure you keep an eye on your All Trails map or app if you are using one, and it'll direct you up to this path, which I hope is marked, but my app tells me this is the way, so I assume we're headed up there or another peak out of sight. It's another half-hour check-in. Been going for 2.5 hours, and this is the terrain right now. A lot of exposed boulders, bit of a path going up through the boulders, so it's not completely a find your own way scramble. Elevation is 1140, so should be in the final 300. I was hoping, well, still a chance, I guess, that I'll be there or close to that by noon. 200 meters to go. Still not at the peak, I don't think, but I mean, this is amazing. Just scooping up these views in case they don't come back. So the time is 12:07. I made it up here in 3 hours, so feeling pretty good about that. That was faster than I expected. And we've got some visuals on lakes. This one is Flora. Looks absolutely beautiful. Chilliwack is sort of behind me, back over my shoulder. We've been seeing it for the last 2 hours or so. That's a crazy drop. And then over the next point, we can see Greendrop, and then out of sight is Lindeman. I'll give you some more shots here from the top. So check this out. This is something kind of interesting. I don't know if you can read that, but it says something about British Columbia, 1948. In the middle, it has the number 543, and then it says imprisonment for removal. So do not pull that out. It's very, very important. Some people have cleared rocks and branches out of the way here, so you have a nice tent pad with a waking view of Chilliwack Lake and all these surrounding mountains. Just views in every direction. I think I have to go over to that point there and just check that out too. We've got another fire pit here with evidence of a camp, I would say. Decent tent site. And more phenomenal views. So we are leaving the summit at 12:30, and we're going to try to do this lake tour. And I'm a little uncertain about it because I think I'm off the All Trails trail. if you know what I mean. But hopefully it's just marked well and kind of common sense. So looking forward to these lakes. So the time is 12:50. That descent is a little tricky. Gonna want to step very carefully. It's loose and bouldery in parts. Anyway, I'm going to call this the Junction because this is, I think, where I came from. And then over here is where I took the wrong turn, but now I'm going to take it on purpose because I've been told by my friend up here, another hiker, that this is the Flora Pass and it should take me by, I'm hoping, all 3 lakes: Flora, Greendrop, and Lindeman. So that's the goal. Hoping I can hit all these lakes in about 4 hours. Get back to the car. So on we go, down we go. Time for my top of the hour check-in. It's 1 o'clock-ish, and we're making good time down this trail to what I hope is Flora Lake. That's what my friend back there told me, as I said before. Anyway, it's marked, thankfully. I'm seeing reflectors and ribbons, or reflectors at least, but very, very quiet. And I don't know if there's anyone else on this trail right now. So, hoping to not run into any large wildlife. The time is 1:24, so about an hour from my departure at the summit. And I'm at Flora Lake. And I'm kind of surprised to see these lovely tent pads here. Oh, I surprised a bird. No sign of other human presence, but this is, look at this. Look at this. Sorry for the bumps. Wow. So it does take a little work to get here, but if you're willing to put in the work, the sweat equity, you've got this little paradise to yourself. Absolutely no other human activity here. This is gorgeous. Look at that lake. Wow. Wow, so beautiful. All right, just had a really refreshing dip in the lake, and I'm glad to see this signage. So the time is 1:57 right now, and it's telling me that Greendrop is 4.5K this way. So I'm hoping to crush that by 3. Hopefully we'll see Greendrop in an hour. As I make my way away from Flora Lake, the trails leading along the lake, and look at that color. It's right up there with Lindeman. Wow. I am almost at the end of Flora. Beautiful Flora, and I've got a boulder field to cross. So it is well markered. I can see the reflectors all the way across the field. Just gotta pick my way carefully because there is no one around. Yay, I made it past the boulder field safely. And now I say a goodbye to Flora. Another goodbye. I thought I had said goodbye 10 minutes ago. And on we go to Greendrop. Okay, we seem to have another little body of water that connects with Flora. So something to check out when I get back home. Check it out on a map. Take a look at the satellite there. I don't know if it's connected. Would you call that Flora as well? Or is it another little mini pond? It's around 2:30 and I'm crossing another boulder field, but it's not too bad. This one's a little bit easier, a little bit older. It's well marked, so not too bad. So this is at least the fourth big boulder field I've crossed. So just count on a lot of this between Flora and Greendrop. 3 o'clock check-in. I'm past the boulder fields, I hope, and I'm now into some of the wettest stuff I've seen so far. I can hear running water, and I sure hope Greendrop Lake is close by. The time is 3:47. Still no Greendrop. I just completed about an hour of really tough downhill. Very steep, a lot of deadfall, a lot of loose soil, loose rocks, dark, and it beat me up. So I'm a little discouraged. Really hope we see Greendrop soon. Right now I have this reflector here, this marker, and I assume I have to cross the boulder field, but I'm not seeing the next one, so that's not great. All right. So as God would have it, I spotted a bleached ribbon down at the bottom, climbed all the way down this steep boulder field, down the side of it. It was still really unstable. That was scary. I did not want to trigger a rock slide on myself, but I'm down here in this gully, and I see a marker. So the journey to Greendrop continues. The time is 4:05. I've been walking on this side of the boulder field for about 5 minutes. Something that I didn't record is that when I crossed, you could see parts of the trail were washed out. And then I got onto this trail and it was going left and right. And it's getting a little too late in the day for me to play games and experiments. So I went to the left because I'm pretty sure this should loop us back toward Greendrop and at least Lindeman, and then the parking lot, Lindeman Lake, and then the parking lot. It's possible the right-hand turn would have taken me to Greendrop because I did see a lake through the trees that was off to my right. So I'll have to check the map later. If I miss Greendrop, I'll be disappointed, but these things happen. Shoot, here's confirmation. I needed to turn right back there to see Greendrop. And now, like I said, it's just a little too late in the day to fool around. So I'm okay. I don't like that it's going up, but we'll have to do it.
The last time I saw 4+, it took me over 2 hours, so I'm hoping for a little better this time. Time is 4:15. It is 4:57. And Lindeman, you are a sight for sore eyes. Wow. Am I glad to see this lake. I'm actually surprised there are no people here. Weekday, I guess. Lindeman is a beautiful lake in its own right. I wish I had more time and energy, but I need to get back to the car. It is 5:24 and I am basically at the other end of the lake. There's a few people here. From here, it's just walking down to the parking lot. Well, the time is 6:02. And this day, this adventure is over. Wow. Pretty good day. Pretty good hike. A little more challenging than I expected, but I guess the one disappointment is that I missed out on Greendrop, but at least I saw it from the top of Flora and from the side of the mountain. I think I'll leave it there for now. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks, my friend, and see you in the next video.